All right, I got my apron on, so I'm ready to get started with my homemade granola bars. I did find this recipe on a blog that I will link the recipe in the description. But it's pretty simple. The basic ingredients are oats and Rice Krispies and honey, brown sugar, butter, and vanilla salt. Then you add chocolate chips. Quick, easy recipe. It calls for 1/3 of a cup of butter, which actually calls for 6 tablespoons, which is just about 1/3 or just over 1/3 of a cup of butter. I've already measured this all out. So you're gonna melt that, the honey and the brown sugar with the vanilla together. So we're gonna melt the butter a little bit. I'm gonna get the honey in there, 1/4 cup of honey. I've already melted this honey, so we just want it to melt. We don't want to burn the sugar. I've tried other recipes. This is a no-bake recipe. Add 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and then 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So while this heats up and comes to a slight boil to caramelize the sugars, I'm gonna add in 2 cups of oats, and you're gonna use the quick oats, and 2 cups of crispy rice. It can be Rice Krispies, whatever brand you buy, doesn't matter. And then the recipe that I followed actually called for different nuts, and I'm not adding any nuts because we're making these school-friendly, nut-free, and yeah, my kids don't particularly love the nuts. So we're gonna turn this off now because it's starting to boil, and now we're gonna add in our dry ingredients. And I'm gonna go 2 cups. Nope. So I have got my mixture, and I'm gonna stick it into my parchment paper lined lasagna pan. I did watch another YouTuber the other night, and she showed a trick that you take your parchment paper and you scrunch it up into a ball, and then you unwrap it, and it fits a lot nicer and stays in place much better. I'm like, this is an amazing hack. Oh yeah. So now for this part, I'm going to take the chocolate chips and I'm going to press it directly on top of the granola mixture. I've just taken this out of the fridge, and now I'm going to cut it up into pieces that look like granola bars, and then I'm going to stick it in a Tupperware like this to keep it from going bad. I do keep it in the fridge because it makes them last longer. You can keep them in the cupboard as well, but they do get softer and the shelf life isn't obviously as long for them. So, but my kids eat them up quickly, so I don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to cut those up and stick them in here.